Well, hello, hello. We are here to start a new series, Mamas. We're focusing on finals this week, and we're specifically focusing on the idea of cramming for finals. So, let me know, do you have a teen, a college student taking finals very, very soon? Let me know down below, a yes or no. And do you know, mamas, this is specifically for you if you know that your teen is going to be cramming. All right, if we know your teen has not been studying throughout the semester, we know that these are cumulative finals, and we know they're worth a lot of points and a big portion of your teen's grades. Okay, so definitely stick with me as we talk about expectations today, because you and I both know that things are going to be a little different if your teen crams for finals versus actually preparing for them over the course of the semester. And I also want to tell you I have an awesome resource for you for your teens. If you want it, all you gotta do is drop the word time down below, and I'll be sure to send it your way. Alrighty, you've told me if your teens are taking finals, your college students are taking finals. Now let's talk about those expectations. Okay, number one, the most important thing for your teen to know, your college student to know, if he's going to cram for finals, his grade is not guaranteed. All right, it's not guaranteed at all times in a class, but more importantly, if your teen crams, that grade probably not going to be what your teen wants, not what your teen expects, might not even be what your teen needs. So do know that grade expectation needs to be at the forefront of your teen's mind. Okay, if your teen is gonna wait till the night before finals to study, if your teen's going to try to get ready for like 4 finals, like a week before they start, again, those grades not going to be the best. Okay, there's just not the time for your teen to relearn, to re-go through things, to maybe learn things for the first time, to find out what exactly the teacher is expecting, to find out even what's covered on those finals. Okay, there's just too much in too little time if your teen's going to cram to get a great grade. Okay. The other thing to remember, the second part of this expectations when it comes to cramming for finals, do know your teen is not going to have the time to remember it all. Like there's just going to be too much. So if your teen has not really put any of this information into long-term memory, if your teen hasn't made those connections, your teen hasn't had a chance to critically think, your child really hasn't done anything but read it and then regurgitate it, it's not going to be remembered next semester. So depending on if we're talking like college final, depending on if we're talking on like something mega, like some kind of MCAT or GRE, some crazy big exam, do you know that information, if it's crammed, your teen's going to have it in his head for as long as he needs it, or at least that's his hope. Okay? So, more thoughts here on expectations that you need to have and that we need to make sure your teen has when it comes to cramming for finals coming up. Before I do, I'm going to say hey to everybody. Thanks for watching on YouTube. Thanks for watching on Facebook. I'm Jessica Coulter, CEO and founder of Ace Cookie Tutoring and Study with Jessie. I help teens learn how to learn so they can love to learn. And hint, hint here, if your teens know how to learn, they have these 11 study skills I teach, like organization, like time management, like retaining information. Those finals are going to be much easier and much less crammy. All right. So, final thought here, last big expectation I want to make you aware of, that we need to make your teens aware of, is that studying for finals, when there's a lot of cramming, when there's a lot of information in a short amount of time, your teen is going to be very, very stressed. Okay. We wonder why a lot of college students struggle with sleep. We wonder why they struggle to stay healthy at the end of a semester. No matter if we're talking December and it's already cold and yucky outside, or if we're talking summer and we're all excited for having some time off from school, our big trips planned. Do know your teen, if he's cramming, that's way more stressful than feeling relaxed and calm and healthy mentally, that, oh yeah, I've got this. Oh yeah, I know exactly what the teacher's going to ask, or oh yeah, I'm familiar with the material, or I've had time to ask questions. I know what to study. There's a big difference between your teen going, oh my goodness, there's so much to learn, and oh my goodness, how am I ever going to possibly remember this? Or oh my goodness, what was that chapter about again? Or why did I learn this? Or how does that work? Or where did that go? Okay, big, big difference in your teen's stress level if he's cramming or she's cramming versus your teen going, okay, I got this. I'm good, and feeling very mellow, feeling very confident, feeling very ready for those finals. So those are the 3 big points I want to make when it comes to expectations for cramming for finals. So if you got some thoughts, got some questions, drop them down below. And even better, be sure to drop the word time down below so I can send you a free resource all about helping your teens study with the amount of time they actually need to study. So that way, next semester, they're not cramming. All right. So definitely do know in a semester is pretty much here, and your teen has some time to get some studying in. And I encourage sooner rather than later. And we'll talk about more about this idea of cramming later this week, because if your teen's going to do it, because there's just not the time where your teen has just decided all of a sudden, oh, yeah, I want the semester to end well. I've got some tips, I've got some strategies, but realize there are expectations, like we just talked about, and things are not going to be the same as if your teen studied 3 weeks ago versus 4 months ago for this upcoming final. Till tomorrow, mamas.